she glanced at you. Just for a second. Her eyes softened, then darted away like you caught her in the middle of a secret. You probably thought she's just being polite. Or maybe she's not that interested. But here's the brutal truth. Most men never realize. Women hide their deepest desires in plain sight. Like when she playfully teases you but checks her phone the moment you lean in. Or when she lingers in conversations but leaves right before it gets too personal. Is she just friendly? Or is she carefully testing you? What if I told you? Every woman you've ever wanted secretly wanted something specific from you, but would never dare admit it? Let's crack that code. Comment the last time you sensed a woman was hiding something around you. Maybe a glance, a laugh, or a sudden mood shift. And stick around till the end for the biggest psychological twist. You're walking past her. You weren't trying to look, weren't planning to stop. But for a second, just a flash, you feel it. That shift. She doesn't look. Not exactly. But her body language changes. Her posture adjusts. There's a softness that appears in the corner of her mouth. And maybe, just maybe, her eyes flicker toward you before she quickly focuses back on her phone. You tell yourself it's nothing. Probably just coincidence. She's bored or distracted. Or maybe checking a notification. But deep down, something feels intentional. And here's what most men miss. That wasn't an accident. That was a signal. Not a loud one. Not a desperate one. But real. Because there's a hidden desire almost every woman carries in moments like this. She wants to be noticed. Not in an obvious, performative way, but in the kind of way that feels safe, validating, even a little mysterious. She wants to feel your eyes on her, not because you're ogling her, but because something in you sees her. That glance, that shift in her body, that's her way of asking, are you looking because you actually see me? See, women are masters of indirect communication. They've had to be. A glance, a silence, a seemingly accidental bump in a crowded room, it all means something. It's like emotional Morse code. But most men walk past those signals completely blind. You probably never realized how much courage it takes to not look directly at you. To seem casual while secretly hoping you'll catch the subtext. Because to her, being too obvious is a risk. If she stares too long and you don't respond, she's exposed. Vulnerable. So instead, she hides the desire beneath a glance. The moment you learn to catch those glances, everything changes. Suddenly, you're not just a guy in the room. You're him. The one who actually gets it. The one who sees through the noise. Next time you're in that cafe, in that classroom, walking past that girl at the bar, and you sense even the tiniest shift in her energy, stop. Hold her gaze just a second longer than you normally would. Not with intensity, but with curiosity, warmth, presence. And then smile just slightly. If she looks away, that's not rejection. That's confirmation. Because if she wasn't into it, she'd never have looked in the first place. You're the kind of man who pays attention. That already makes you different. She rolls her eyes at your joke, smirks, then hits you with a line like, wow, nice shirt. Did your mom dress you today? It's playful, maybe even a little savage. And for a second, you wonder if she's actually just being mean. Like, what the hell? Is this flirting? Or am I getting roasted for fun? But take a breath. Look again. Because what she's doing isn't random. It's one of the oldest and most misunderstood forms of feminine communication. She's testing your energy, poking you. Not because she wants to hurt you, but because she wants to feel you push back. Not with force, but with presence. This is called playful resistance, and it's a powerful form of desire hiding underneath the surface. She wants to feel your strength, not just physically, but emotionally. Your steadiness, your ability to lead the moment without getting flustered, When she teases you like that, what she's really saying is, can you handle me? Can you match me emotionally? Can you keep your center while I play? Women aren't attracted to the man who wins the argument. They're drawn to the man who doesn't need to prove himself. The one who can take a playful hit, smile back, and maybe toss one over the net with a little style. Think back. Ever notice how the moment you joke back, she lights up? How the banter starts bouncing? That's because underneath the sarcasm, she's having fun. She's seeing if you're safe enough, confident enough, alive enough to play with her emotionally. That's the key. She's not challenging your ego. She's inviting your masculinity. Most guys fold. They get defensive. Try to correct her. Or worse, go quiet, thinking that's mature. But you? You respond with a grin and say, yeah, she still lays my clothes out every morning. Wait till you see my socks. Now she's the one surprised. And she loves it. Because what she really wants is to feel your confidence under pressure. To know that when things get emotionally spicy, you're the one who stays cool, calm, collected. So next time she throws a jab, don't flinch. Smile. Match her energy. And let her see that you're the kind of man who knows how to spar without taking it personal. Because emotional play is emotional intimacy. And now you're speaking her language. There's this moment. It's subtle, but if you've ever really listened, you've felt it. She's sitting across from you, talking about her day. Maybe it's a story about a friend who betrayed her. Maybe it's work stress. She's venting fast and sharp words, spilling out like they've been waiting for someone to catch them. Then mid-sentence she stops, shrugs, and says something like, but whatever. It's not a big deal. You nod, thinking it's over. She's strong, independent, probably doesn't want to dwell on it. But pause. Look closer, because that moment, that sudden dismissal, it's not closure. It's not strength. It's a test. She's secretly hoping you won't take her words at face value. Hoping you'll feel the weight beneath her casual tone. Hoping you'll stay. Women don't always ask for what they need, especially when it comes to emotional safety. They've learned, sometimes the hard way, that being too open too soon isn't always safe. So instead, they tell half-truths. They show a glimpse of vulnerability, then quickly cover it up, just to see if you'll look deeper. Here's what's happening inside her mind in that moment. I want to feel seen, but I'm scared of being judged. I want him to care, but I don't want to seem needy. I want to share, but only if he makes it safe. And most men completely miss it. They either rush to fix the problem, tossing out solutions like Band-Aids, or they brush it off, thinking she doesn't want to talk about it anymore. But the man who understands emotional safety, he stays with her feeling, not to solve it, not to analyze it, just to hold space for it. You lean back. You breathe. You say, that sounds rough. How did you feel in that moment? That question alone can unlock everything. Suddenly, she exhales. Her shoulders drop. Her voice softens. She realizes you're not rushing her. You're not judging her. You're simply there, present, unmoved. And in that moment, something rare happens. She begins to trust you, because you didn't take her words at surface level. You saw the hidden need behind them. That's the secret craving here. Emotional sanctuary. A place where she can stop performing, stop pretending, and just be. Next time you notice her brushing off something emotional, don't rush. Don't fix. Stay present. Ask her what it felt like, not what happened, but what it felt like. You'll be surprised how quickly she opens up. Because women don't fall for men who solve their problems. They fall for men who make them feel safe enough to solve their own. You're sitting across from her. It's a date, maybe, or a casual meet, and it's flat. She's checking her phone. Not rude, Exactly, but distracted. She's glancing around the room, sipping her drink without really tasting it. And, somewhere deep in your gut, you're wondering if she's already halfway out the door. You probably think she's bored, disinterested, maybe regretting saying yes to this whole thing. But let's stop right here, because what looks like boredom on the surface often hides something else entirely. Women crave adventure, not the reckless, thrill-seeking kind, but emotional adventure. The unpredictable, playful shift of energy that makes every moment feel alive. What she's really longing for in that moment is surprise, not magic tricks. Not expensive gifts, just something unexpected. A spark, a shift, a break from routine. She wants to feel that you're not just another predictable guy, walking her through the same tired script of small talk and polite smiles. She's testing to see if you're willing to break the pattern. Here's the emotional contrast most men miss. You think her checking her phone means she's uninterested. But in her mind, she's silently begging, please, change the tempo. Show me something different. It's a test of your spontaneity, your boldness, your ability to lead the moment. And here's the funny part, passing the test is often simpler than you think. You lean in, lower your voice just slightly, and with a playful smile you say, you're hard to impress. I like that. Instant shift. Suddenly, her phone isn't that interesting. Her eyes are back on you. She's curious again, because now you've injected unpredictability into the moment. You've flipped the dynamic, and she feels it. You didn't get defensive. You didn't beg for attention. You simply changed the energy. Women don't always need extravagant gestures, but they do need to feel something unexpected. A new emotion, a playful challenge, a spark. Next time she seems distracted or distant, don't take it personally. Don't retreat. Pause. Smile. Say something unexpected. Shift the vibe. Better yet, change the scenery altogether. Suggest walking to a different spot. Challenge her to a quick game. Introduce a playful bet. What she really wants is for you to lead her into unpredictability. Because when a man makes her feel like every moment could shift into something new, she's no longer bored. She's captivated. You see her walk into the room. She's dressed up, but not in a flashy way. It's subtle, a little extra effort. The kind that's easy to miss if you're not paying attention. She acts like it's no big deal. Casual, relaxed. She jokes around, talks about her day, scrolls through her phone. But every now and then, there's a flicker. A quick glance to see if you're watching her. A subtle shift in posture. The way she tucks her hair behind her ear, just slowly enough to catch your eye. Most guys don't notice. Or if they do, they think she's just adjusting herself, fixing her outfit. Maybe she's self-conscious. But here's what's really going on. Women crave admiration, but not in the way most men think. It's not about words. It's not about compliments dropped like coins into a jar. It's about feeling admired. Without it being said, she wants to feel beautiful in your presence. To sense that your eyes are drawn to her, not because you're checking her out like every other guy, but because something in her magnetizes you. And here's the hidden truth most men miss. She'll never ask for it. She'll never say, do I look good? Because that ruins it. She wants it unspoken. She wants to know that she doesn't need to fish for validation. Because you see her naturally, instinctively, without words. That's why she acts indifferent. Why she dresses up for no reason, but pretends not to care. It's a shield, a game of subtlety, a test. Inside, her heart is racing. She's wondering, did he notice? Is he affected? Does he feel something he's not saying? And here's the power move most men never make. Don't compliment her right away. Don't rush to fill the silence with words. Instead, take your time. Let your eyes slowly trace her figure subtly, deliberately. Not in a creepy way. In a calm, grounded way that says, I see you, and I like what I see. Then, when she catches you looking, don't look away. Hold her gaze just a second longer than feels comfortable. Then smirk. Slightly, playfully, as if you're sharing a secret with her without saying a thing. That's the moment. Everything changes. Suddenly, she feels it. The unspoken electricity. The quiet confirmation that yes, you noticed. And no, you're not chasing her for it. Because you're not giving away admiration for free. You're letting her feel it, without words, without begging, without approval seeking. Most guys drown women in compliments, hoping for attention. But you let her earn your gaze. Next time she dresses up, for no reason. Remember this. Don't speak it, feel it. Let her feel it, because the deepest kind of admiration doesn't need words at all. There's a woman in your life. Maybe you've already met her. She's confident, sharp, independent. The kind who challenges everything you say, debates you just for the fun of it. Always has a counterpoint. Always keeps her guard up, at first. You think she's just difficult. Maybe she's not interested. Maybe she just likes being combative. But what if I told you, this is her most hidden desire of all? See, women like her strong, outspoken, assertive often carry a secret they'd never admit. They're craving the chance to surrender. Not in a submissive, powerless way. Not in a give up your identity kind of way. But in the emotional sense, she's dying to find a man who can match her intensity. And then soften it. She wants to feel that she can let go. Drop the armor. Stop being in control of everything all the time. But here's the twist. She'll never tell you that. Instead, she tests you. She pushes your buttons. She challenges your opinions. She debates every little thing, not because she's trying to win, but because she's silently asking, can you hold me through this? She's searching for a man who won't get rattled, who won't argue back to prove himself, who won't crumble under pressure. Because if you can handle her fire without losing your cool, that's when she knows she's safe enough to let go. Inside her mind, every time she challenges you, she's thinking, if I push him, will he stay calm? If I fight him, will he stand strong without crushing me? If I show my fiercest side, will he still want me? And most guys fail this test spectacularly. They either fight back harder trying to dominate her with logic and debate, or they back down completely, shrinking into passivity. Both reactions, they kill attraction, because what she's really hoping for is your leadership. Not in a controlling, bossy way, but in that grounded, unshakable energy that says, I can hold this tension. I can lead us through this storm. The moment you stop fighting her and start leading her, everything shifts. Next time she argues, debates, or challenges you, try this. Slow down. Breathe. Look at her not with frustration, but with playful curiosity. Then, with a calm smile, say something like, you're adorable when you get passionate about this. That's it. You've flipped the frame. Turn the battle into playfulness. Shifted from combat to connection. She'll laugh. Or roll her eyes. Maybe she'll push back again. But deep down, she feels a relief. Because in that moment, you showed her that she doesn't have to fight for control anymore. She can relax. Trust. Surrender. And that's the deepest craving she hides. The desire to fully exhale in the presence of a man who can hold her, no matter how intense she gets. Few men ever reach this level. But you're not like most men. You're becoming the kind of man who can lead not with force, but with calm, quiet strength. It's strange, isn't it? How once you see these hidden desires, you can't unsee them. You walk into a room and suddenly everything feels different. That quick glance from across the cafe, the playful jab wrapped in sarcasm, the venting, disguised as no big deal. the restlessness masked as boredom, the subtle beauty test she pretends not to care about, the debates that feel oddly personal. You see it all now. Every move she makes is layered, and the more you pay attention, the more obvious it becomes. These desires aren't rare. They're everywhere, but here's the catch, it's not enough. To just recognize these hidden desires, you have to know how to hold them, because desire isn't something you chase. It's something you lead. That's the masculine awakening most men never experience. It's not about tactics. It's not about memorizing lines or rehearsing tricks. It's about becoming the kind of man who naturally fulfills these desires without even trying. The man who notices her glance and meets it with quiet confidence. The man who plays along with her teasing without getting flustered. The man who stays present during her emotional storms without rushing to fix them. The man who surprises her with unpredictability while staying grounded. The man who admires her silently, making her feel seen without words. The man who leads their connection, even when she challenges him. That man isn't playing a part. He isn't wearing a mask. He's simply aware of her hidden signals, aware of his own power, aware of the dance unfolding between them. And here's the most beautiful part. Once you start seeing these hidden desires, you'll start feeling something else to her trust. The way she relaxes around you, the way she laughs more easily, the way she starts opening up, leaning in, softening in your presence, because you've become something rare. You've become a man who makes her feel safe and desired. At the same time, that's the ultimate masculine energy you used to miss. These signs, you used to second-guess yourself, but now you walk differently, speak differently, listen differently, because you're no longer stuck in your head, wondering what she's thinking. You've unlocked the playbook, and here's your action step. Simple but powerful. Before your next date, rewatch this video, not for entertainment, but to prepare, then go out into the world and watch for just one hidden desire in real time. Spot it, hold it, respond to it with calm confidence. That's it. Most men will go their whole lives completely blind to these moments. But you're the kind of man who sees everything, and she feel it. The second you walk into the room, subtle glances and body shifts. She craves attention, but hides it in fleeting glances and casual proximity, playful teasing and insults. She's testing your emotional strength, waiting to see if you'll lead the playful tension, venting and minimizing. She longs for emotional safety, hoping you'll listen without trying to fix her restlessness or boredom. She's craving unpredictable adventure, waiting for you to shift the energy and surprise her. Silent beauty tests. She wants to feel admired without words. Through your calm, steady attention, debates and challenges, she secretly wants to relax into your leadership, but only if you stay grounded when she tests you. Master these, and she won't just want you, she'll trust you. And that's when everything changes.